very solid draft. Gaimin Gladiators, it's a good one. It's got a couple pieces that are going to be a little bit more difficult to fit together, but hopefully they're going to be able to pull out a 1-1 here. Otherwise, PSG.LGD, they're going to be smiling even more than they already are.
Yeah, this is a nice little bit of, you know, good luck, have fun coming out from both teams. They're tipping each other.
Yeah.
The spam tips definitely going at it here, as we see Gaimin Gladiators are just playing under their own ward mid, but there is also the LGD ward that was placed there. I don't think they realized that it's placed. They do have a sentry.
30 seconds to battle.
Everybody just doing the spins in the middle lane, having a good time.
Yeah. This is also, by the way, the 9th matchup that LGD play, I believe. I believe that they... Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's not the 9th. Sorry, getting ahead of myself here.
No worries, no worries.
The battle begins.
So just an even split on the runes.
Yeah,
Nothing
sorry.
too wild.
This is, of course, the 8th matchup that they play. But they only dropped one series 2-0, and that was the one that they lost to LGD. So now with them already winning game 1 in this, they're securing themselves that they're going to be, you know, at least with only one loss still this far into the group stage. Very impressive.
So this middle lane of Leshrac versus Primal Beast, how is this going to play out?
I think overall the Lesh is going to be very happy on this lane, and he does get 2 denies on the first creep wave, which is pretty good, and laid in quite a bit of harass. Nothing to say, is a very strong laner, and always enjoy watching how he can try and get the most out of his hero. So we'll see if Boone can use Primal Beast to just clear creep waves fast. He's going to have to rely on the trample.
I guess the one thing that I'm also concerned about is whenever you see something like a Leshrac, and it's up against something that wants to kind of leave the lane, wants to go and put pressure on others, is that they're going to lose that tower very quickly. So how likely are we to see Gaimin Gladiators make some sort of a rotation to the mid lane once Boom picks up that level 6, rather than have him migrate to a different one?
It depends how early we're going to see him max out the Diabolic Edict. We've also seen some builds that did not really prioritize going Edict as early as we're used to. So he is putting points in the Lightning Storm for now, trying to just dominate the lane. But certainly the mid tower, you can't leave it for too long, or Leshrac will probably eye up with the Edict later on.
Yeah, and it is so important that you're able to hold that tower as it is the closest to the Roche pit. And that is something that I'm sure both these teams will definitely have on their minds.
Yeah, it's important play for control. So far, lanes, the Pudge is 7-2 on last hits here, but Legion Commander does pretty well against the Pudge in lane. It's not a bad matchup, and then you also have Y spamming the case. Venomancer, Celery is putting in some good harass, a good hook.
That's a good hook. This is the second time that Y gets dragged underneath the tower, but yeah, this is an Undying, tends to be pretty tanky, especially when he gets all these decays, especially the double decays like that. So 20 decay stacks over here for the Undying is pretty good.
Yeah, also nice deny there on the Tombstone, making sure not to feed it. The hook lands again. Faith Beyond, a little bit stuck here.
It's not looking good for Faith Beyond. Can they do some body blocks? Turns back around. Is it calculated? Oh, not going to be able to quite finish off Faith Beyond or Doracho. So just constantly duking it out here in this lane.
Top lane very competitive over and over. We keep looking for the angles, and Doracho landing some good hooks, but oh, lands it, no!
Oh, there it is! There it is. And it's gonna be Celery who gets the first blood. Despite
3 in a
the
row.
very nice hook by Doracho.
Yeah, really well played there. I mean, Venomancer is a great hero for Pudge to have on his team as well. Oh, bit of lag in the game. But the Venomancer together with Pudge is really good because he can set up the hook so nicely. It's a very strong slow, the Venomous Scale. And playing that close to your tower, I think LGD have to try and get that lane back. You can't be all the way up there close to a tier 1 tower.
Okay, so what's the play here? Do you just go and try to pull the wave, or?
They need to unblock. They need to unblock the pull, basically. Because right now, Celery still has a sentry ward on that big camp, but I don't think they can allow that to happen.
Aww. He was hoping to get that last hit.
Another
Another
good
drag
hit.
back behind the tower. They dropped the tombstone, and now Celery is looking a little bit nervous here. Doesn't look like... Oh, they're gonna go back in. There it is. There's a kill.
Yeah, the Soul Rip finishes him off. Now leaving the Naga Siren a little bit in a 1v1 here against Broodmother, but you can see Brood is not able to fight here. I'm surprised Ace is trading down. He does kill off the illusions. So I suppose he feels if he doesn't kill the illusions, he's just conceding the creeps and has to back up with fully. Something we've seen when teams successfully counter Brood, by the way, is that they just immediately prioritize killing off the illusions, and then the lane is easier to play.
A lot of movement over here to the mid lane as they see nothing to say. And this is exactly what I was curious about. Would we see this rotation? Q joining back with Battery Assault will force them away. A little bit earlier. Duracho, though, is taking damage here in the top lane. He is just being dove by Faithion, by Y. Gets a hook, but doesn't really matter.
Is under attack.
Yeah, you were asking if we're gonna see Faithion have a flawless game like last one. We'll see though Celery coming in here with the hits. I think he should be fine, but he will take a lot of damage from Poison Sting.
I know.
Why just realizing, all right, I don't have a lot of mana, I don't have any health, let's just suicide to the tower and make my way back.
Top lane overall though going pretty well for LGD despite the many hooks that has been landed here by Duracho.
Over the mid lane again. You see a rotation. He's gonna refill the bottle. We're getting closer and closer to that level 6 on the Primal Beast, and I think that's when we're gonna see another rotation come out from the side of Gladiators.
Top tower is under
Yeah, we
attack.
could see him make a move, but you know, you could either see him make a move to another lane, or they could come towards him. But either way, minute 6 is coming around the corner, and we see all the supports are in position to start moving towards the runes. All 4 of them.
I'd rather see the rotation come to him, although Celery not looking too great. The onslaught coming through, and the stomp over onto Nothing to Say. He does manage to land the Split Earth, and so it looks like they can turn this back around, get the kill on Boom. And now Celery is trying to run out, cannot go fast enough. Nothing to Say, gets himself a double kill.
Yeah, GNQ did get that haste rune as well, so they managed to successfully control the runes.
I love that voice line.
Nice mustache.
Nice mustache.
Yeah, it's a good one, Legion Commander.
What was the other one? It's just nice horse. I like that one too.
Oh, she got that too?
That's one that she's safe. She like runs into like Keeper of the Light or someone on a horse. Didn't Legion used to have a horse?
She did in Dota 1, yeah.
And she was a dude?
Yeah, a very racist dude in Dota 1, yeah.
Oh god,
very.
really?
Yeah, he was the we humans have to stick together, kind of, you know, racist against orcs,
Xenophobic?
elves. Yeah, very
Radiant's
xenophobic.
middle tower is under attack.
Some dark history about Legion Commander. For all
Yeah,
of you
well.
who have been staying up late watching the Dota After Dark. Or during the daylight at this point, honestly.
Duracho chasing on top here, chasing after Legion, but it hurts a little bit. She stays in fights, but she's gonna lose the trade.
Yeah, there is a Boom. That joins up over here.
Nice bit of flesh heap strength there as well. I think there's a reference even in Dota 2. Doesn't she say never trust a wizard?
Oh, I think
she has
so,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So she changed, but you know, didn't completely change. I guess wizards are still not trustworthy.
I mean, think about some of the wizards in this game. Would you trust them?
I won't trust anyone in this game.
Yeah, they're all crazy. Even the ones that look happy and like very neutral, like Marcy. That girl's crazy.
Boom, has to be careful here on top.
There's multiple heroes coming out. The Splitter not going to be able to land. Celery pushing them back with the Gale.
Yeah, there's Illusion Room bottom, so they're gonna go over and take that Primal.
Ace just trying to be a thorn in the side of this Naga, but it doesn't feel like it's really working.
He's trying his best. They're very even right now, but here's someone who can deal with Naga.
Ah, yes. Big ol' Boom. Picks up the Pulverize, shakes her around, and turns that jellyfish into jelly.
Yeah, Goes down very fast. I mean, Primal Beast definitely destroys Naga Siren really quickly with Trample and Onslaught, but so far she's had a pretty good laning stage, so this was certainly needed. Shinkyu looking for something here in the tree lines. Not gonna find anything right now.
They have already vacated the premises over on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Curious to see if they do try to go for the defense, but
I don't think they're gonna
doesn't look
defend.
like
It's
it.
just Duracho farming up the stacks here. You know, before you lose this area of the map, clean out the stacks that you have. They actually see it. They're coming over.
yeah, why? Opening up one of those decays. Does give a little time to the Broodmother though if she wants to try to put pressure on the bottom tower and take it. But looks like Ace is still kind of jungling up over in the bottom portion of the map.
Is under attack.
It's
Yeah,
making
Ace
his way
is-
over though now.
He's not stressing too much, but he does want to tower eventually. Meanwhile, LGD though,
Chase on Celery. Battery's still not going to be able to quite connect though, so looks like they'll be alright.
Radiant's bottom tower
they'll be
is under
fine.
attack.
They're playing the area though, I like it. And now, bit of a reaction here, moving the Legion Commander down to try and keep the tier 1 tower standing. Something we saw from LGD in last game as well, that they want to protect the towers and not let them fall early.
Look at a nice do ward off though. The onslaught coming through from Boom. Stop them around. Does need to be careful, but you do have Tofu new boy, so gonna be able to get a little bit of that stolen int and a kill.
Yeah, very nice. They have a lot of scaling from these kills, so any kill you feed away, you know, it's gonna make it a little bit easier for Gaimin Gladiators to get going. Something they have to fall back on as well. I'm curious when they're gonna go and take the ancient stack that they have. They have a big one prepared, and I'm expecting perhaps it's gonna be from Pudge down the road, or maybe Primal Beast tramples it. One thing is for sure, Ace cannot farm that ancient stack. At least he, Broodmother does not do that great with the big stacks.
No,
Dragons
would
and the
love to
Thunder
take
Hides.
it, but it's a little too difficult. So Duracho making his way over, waddling over to the ancient stack. He's got the Virtuous Veil on the ground there, giving him that little bit of regen. It is a difficult
Yeah.
stack to take, though.
Very difficult. He can't really farm it on his own in one go. He's got to try and stick around, but honestly, he can't do this. I think he's overcommitted a little bit for that stack. Guess he has to come back for that later.
Gotta be glad there's no Blood Seeker Zeus in this game, because he's getting a little bit low there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Smoke play, though, coming up from PSG.LGD, making their way bottom.
Yeah, they're looking to find some action while Naga is free farming.
Dire are scanning.
Thank you. Hook shot forward. Gonna be able to go and grab up this Venomancer, so he is absolutely toast. As the rest of the side of GG are backing off.
Yeah, doesn't look like LGD want to stress too much. To just get the kill, back out the tier 1 tower. A little bit hard to siege up when you have Boom stomping all over the place there on his Primal Beast. Yeah, try and stack it one more time. Tofu is like, okay, my carry couldn't kill it. I'll stack it even more. Let's go. As they already
I
have
heard you
a
like
quad stack.
stacks. I'll give you all the stacks.
It's a penta stack, but now it's a little bit damaged at least. So he gives a tango over to Punch. There you go. That should do it. Go kill the stack now. He did grab one more point in Flesh Shaper. It's round 2. He's back.
All right.
This time pulling him back. Smoke rotation over on
Round
the
2
Leshrac as well.
Electric Boogaloo, but yeah, they do jump over onto this Leshrac. Nothing to say, sitting very low, even going so far as to drop the Vena open. Now they're going to be able to follow up with a duel, and there's nothing there to be able to keep Celery alive. Shinkyu, though, not managing to land the hook shot, so Boom will
Also
be
didn't get the
able to
duel
walk
win.
away.
They thought that they had it, but they didn't actually get the kill. The hookshot missed.
Radiant's middle tower.
I think if the
has fallen.
hookshot landed and he hooked himself away and it would have damaged the Venomancer on the way out, then he would have gone to duel win. It was very, very cool. But he's still dabbling. The battle is ongoing.
I mean, he's making a lot of gold off of this, right? Like, he's already got himself the Ogre Axe. Should be able to pick up another piece now.
He did.
It's a little risky, but no one's paying attention to him, and no one knows how low he is, so.
Took him a little while to finish it, but he did get a lot of farm. And meanwhile, his Broodmother Ace has been controlling their own jungle in a pretty good way. Ame hasn't really been able to take over as much as I expected here. So while he's farming fast on Naga, the Broodmother is sort of running ahead of him and taking the camps before he gets there.
That is a pretty good strategy when you consider the fact that, you know, again, this comes down to sometimes the more traditional drafts that we saw, like earlier Team Spirit faced off against Tundra, and they had all these like super meta heroes, but when you play something that everyone's been playing, you know the item timings, you know where they want to play. And in this case, you know, you mentioned that Ace has just been everywhere that this Naga wants to be. He's just 2 steps ahead and making sure that she doesn't get the farm that she wants. And I think that's a really neat way to view the game and be considering.
Yeah. He has been, but at the same time I feel like Naga plus, you know, some rotation from Clockwork plus Lash or Clock and Legion Commander, they could easily kill off the Broodmother as well. So Naga is not bad against Brood, but she is a little bit uncertain how deep she can go here. Ame is a very safe carry player in general and doesn't make a lot of big mistakes. So he's not going to take unnecessary risks going too deep.
I feel like this pledge has been over in this area for a good while now.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Ancients. It's growing old in that place.
I don't think that's why they called it that, but
That is why.
I like it.
Yep. I spoke to Icefrog, that's why. It's where you go to grow old as a carry. Yep.
Well, if you have a direct line to Icefrog, can you tell him to fix the snowball bug?
No, I think they're keeping that one. I actually did put that out on Twitter, like, damn, this snowball thing. Last game was just silly, man. I'm glad we don't have that visual clutter in this game, at least. We just have a bunch of spiders running around as visual clutter.
Add that in every single particle known to man.
True. The LGD players are big on particles. They even have the effect under them. The I don't know what it's called.
The prismatic effects, the gems.
Exactly, yeah. They have a lot of those.
They look awesome, but boy, do they make it hard to see things in fights. Ace is gonna get spotted here by Ame. The hook shot, though, onto the back lines as they're going to be able to take out Tofu right away. Primal Beast is teleporting in. Song comes out from Ame. Nice little pushback from Zinq. Follow though with the hook. They're going for the duel to run through the onslaught. They do manage to get the kill on Ace, though. They'll be able to finish off as they're just holding Faith Beyond into place, but they don't have enough damage, not just by Boom, all by himself. And there's the split earth. That's a triple kill now for nothing to say. And while this was going down, we saw a hook from Duracho. They did manage to get the Clockwork, but it felt like they just couldn't get themselves into the majority of the fight against PSG.LGD.
That was the rotation that I was hoping to see from them, that they would start moving in and let Naga take over this area even better. They, of course, made their rotation in a better way than I could ever suggest. They find the right timing to go in with 5 heroes undetected, and they just get the perfect fight. They even used the Naga song to sleep the Broodmother and kill off her Wraith Pack during it. So, very nice way to counter out that item as well. Just, you know, take your time. And that's a beautiful execution right there by LGD.
Now, important to note, Duracho has now just completed this Agnum Scepter. The components are being flown out to him. So going to be able to be even more effective, and it's a nice power spike for him.
Yeah, a little bit stronger on the Pudge. Going to be able to counter out the Naga really well, but Naga's going to try and play away from him anyway. So we'll see if he's probably just going to keep farming for that Blink Dagger, usually is what we see. Need some more items. And Gaimin Gladiators, they're going to mobilize around the Primal Beast. He's the strongest player they have right now. He wasn't enough to stop the last gank coming out from LGD, but he is still a force to be reckoned with this BKB. He's starting to take over the Radiant bottom part of the map here, going into the jungle.
Double damage.
Very interesting. He has travels queued up right now on Ace. So, see. Oh no, wait. That was not Ace that I saw. I had Ace selected, but it didn't show him.
It does that sometimes. I get that bug occasionally.
Yeah.
Where you're
No,
like,
that's-
oh wow,
that's the
that's a
travels.
weird item choice, and then
Yeah.
you realize that it's like lagging a little bit or something. I don't know. It's very strange.
Nah, that's the Leshrac. But they're going after Y right now? Charging
They're
in.
also going after Zinq in the mid lane, but yeah, we'll go back. They go and grab themselves a kill here. Nice hook coming out from Pudge. A little bit more int going over to the side of Tofu.
Yeah, that was a good rotation. You don't want to lose your own jungle area. Even though they're sending over Broodmother to try and take over the Radiant one, you need to stay competitive for this top part of the map, since Roshan is more easily accessible from here.
Radiant's middle tower
Faithian
is
wants
under
this
attack.
duel.
Oh, that's a risky move. This could
It's a
backfire.
risky one, but they're gonna go for it anyways. They'll go. Follow up with the onslaught, though. Good timing, good placement. They pick him up. They start shaking Faithian. They'll get the kill on Faithian and Ame. A nice move coming out from the side of Gaimin Gladiators.
Structures are
Slamming down with a pulverize for a double kill. That is really satisfying for Boom. And of course, Duracho very happy to have two heroes dying right next to him. Get more of those stacks right there. Good read by Gaimin Gladiators, though, sticking around. And honestly, I was surprised to see LGD go for that. Like I said, I'm usually quite a safe carry player. It seemed like a risky move when they didn't see anyone on the map apart from this Pudge. It's gonna cost them a Roche.
Is indeed. Should be able to finish off, and it's gonna be the Primal Beast who gets the
Dire's
Aegis.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I
And
like
it
the
is.
queued up item here, going for the Kaya and Sanchez, or the Sanch and Kaya.
Dire
I guess
are
Kaya and
scanning.
Sanch
You can
Kaya.
say
It doesn't
Kaya
really
and
matter.
Sanch,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have nitpicked on you.
No, I was thinking, you know, in my mind, I usually say Kaya and Yasha or Sanch and Kaya. So it's like, I thought I was saying Kaya and Yasha, and that's certainly not what he's going for here. Even though we have seen that on Primal Beast as well.
It has been a long day. Don't worry about it. I think the viewers will be a little bit forgiving.
Viewers forgiving? Please never forgive me. Hold me to every mistake I make, viewers. Over on the side of LGD right now, they're closing in on Aghanim Scepter, on Clockwork as well.
Smoke play to jump immediately over onto Faithian with the Dismember. Onslaught running through down to the bottom area. See, they'll find why. They give the stomps off over onto this Undying. They pick him up with the Pulverize, start shaking him around, trying to turn him into jelly. A couple more hits should be able to do the trick.
They're leaving him. They're leaving him for the flesh
They're leaving him for
heats.
Duracho. They want
Yeah.
Duracho to be able to get this. There it
Okay,
is.
so he
It's
left
gonna go
him,
to
but he
the-
was like, I still want to kill though, so he gets the last hit on Boom. Very nice.
Another flash heat. Mid lane. Nothing to say in Ace duking it out. To be a little bit careful. You can see that there is some pincering coming through Celery, making his way over. He's got some of these little plague wards he can drop if he wants to get this vision. But the rest of the side of the Gaimin Gladiators moving over. We'll be able to spot three over to the side. Looks like they
This
will
game
back
is
off now.
starting to feel more and more concerning for LGD because they have that Naga farming up and she's feeling like an insurance policy, but I'm not sure it's going to work. Bottom lane to jump in again.
Again, they find this Legion Commander. The Global Silence gets used as well, and that's going to be another tower being pressured by the side of Gaimin Gladiators.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, so they
is
take out
under
towers here. They're starting to be more dominant. They're also drawing a line already. They want to go straight towards top and limit the Naga's space here. But Naga is not even the most dangerous hero for them since they have the Pudge with the Aghanims countering it out. I think LGD have to find success in more than just that hero. And big story of this game is that Legion Commander has fallen off horrendously. Faithian had an absolute, you know, fantastic game last game, but this game he's only at 7,000 net worth. He's starting to fall behind
Dire's
quite
top
heavily.
tower is under attack.
You have to be careful on this approach onto Ame because he does have the song available.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, if you have the
Like
blink on Pudge or the possible quick charge perhaps on Primal Beast, but you can hear it from Fogwar though.
Radiant are scanning.
They're just taking over the
Radiant's middle
ancient
tower is
farm.
under attack.
Duracho
Yeah,
gonna
very
go top.
Very scary for PSG.LGD to come forward. And Faithian is the one who reveals himself here in this mid lane. It's calm down because there's the onslaught. It's just constantly the one who's going to be the sacrifice here as this mid tower now opens itself up for the taking.
Yeah, Faithian has no game. He's completely out of this. He's asking his Leshrac to carry him right now. His Leshrac and Naga, like, you guys kind of have to do this on your own. He's falling out of the point where he's barely even a core anymore. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but he is only 1,200 gold ahead of the Silencer at this point.
Now, this has definitely been a much rougher game. Game number one looking absolutely dominant on his Dawnbreaker. This time around, though, Gladiators have determined that he is definitely a person of interest in these fights, and they're making sure that they can take him out very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
Celery? Be careful, my friend. There are a lot of heroes over here.
Yeah, he makes it out just fine, just walking towards mid. Don't think he even knew the danger that lurked right there.
Dire's bottom tower.
There's a hook shot here. Is it going to be able to separate the fight from Boom? Going for the hook. It's the grab over onto Clock. So that's going to be another flash seep stack going over to Duracho.
Yeah, Duracho having some fun as well with the last hit in there. Just beating down on the clockwork. And right now it feels like LGD are not in shape to take any single fight. They do have like this 9-second BKB they haven't used a single time on nothing to say. Could be something to play around.
Casual pulverize in the middle lane here on Boom.
Yeah, we see him just slamming down.
Lane.
Overall, LGD just sitting very far back, and even Ame, when he's farming right now, spending a lot of his time just sitting along the tree line, so he's not really out hitting creeps and like pushing with his hero. And this part resulting in him being only level 15 right now, as opposed to the level 18, level 17, level 16 core heroes on side of Gaimin Gladiators.
Would you like to see Gaimin Gladiators be a bit more aggressive? Because it does feel
Oh
like
no,
they're
misclick BKB. How many misclick BKBs have we seen, man? I feel like I see at least like 5 per day or something in this
We
group
have seen
stage. I
quite
see
a few
so many missed BKBs. Oh, this feels awful. Now they
They're
smoke
still gonna
up.
go for the smoke?
They kind of have to. They can't just sit back and do nothing. But that's
Yeah, but
that's really rough.
they don't have the BKB like this. Especially, it's so important on nothing to say too.
Yeah, this is the item. It's literally the item that they need to play around right now. Is what I was suggesting, and that misclick is very costly. It loses their possible momentum here to try and do something. And Gaimin Gladiators just enjoying a very secure game of farming up and owning most of the map.
I mean, I will say that Ame has had a lot of space. He is doing a good job of just constantly moving around the map and getting this farm, but the storm is going to be coming to them very soon, I think. Duracho, yeah, he found himself a Shrek, but he's able to teleport away. Is there a specific item that they're waiting for on the side of Gaimin Gladiators? Because it does feel like things have slowed down a little bit.
It's slowing down, but I think it's completely fine. I think they're going to slow this game down quite a bit because they don't have a lot of threat towards the late game, as they have sort of stopped leading commander from scaling as a core. This is now a situation where all 3 of their cores are going to be very powerful, and Naga Siren is pretty hard countered by Pudge, so all they need to solve is the Leshrac. And, well, if he's going to misclick his BKB like that, he's kind of solving himself right now, so they need to get something going around him, and I believe every minute that passes, the game is getting more and more in Gaimin Gladiators controlling.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they sit right underneath this ward. They know exactly where PSG.LGD is. See the triple rockets thrown out by Clock.
Yeah,
Give them their own vision.
has that Aghanims at least, so he can certainly do some damage and scout from his base. And he kills some spiders with it immediately, so that's kind of nice. But still, sort of immobilized on the side of LGD here. They're taking the scraps, the crumbs that are left over on the map, but certainly the majority of the cake belongs to Gaimin Gladiators. Roche is spawning in 2 seconds. They have a Venom ward, so they're gonna see it. But time's out. Oh, actually, that wasn't spawn. That's the can spawn. It's gonna be a late spawn. This is a maximum timer even. Spawning at 3 minutes.
He's cutting the wave over here, just making sure that, oh god. But, I mean, that's why you get a Legion, right? Just cleans up all the spiders very, very quickly. Heart is completed though for Naga now, so again, just getting more and more of these items. Has the Ags on top of everything else.
He is tankier now, but I don't know if this Heart will really change too much how the game is going to play out, because Pudge doesn't have a limited amount of damage output. If he goes on top of the illusions with his Rot, he will continuously burn them down and they will die. Not saying it's a bad item, but it's not an item that will change something from, you know, from impossible to, or from possible to impossible.
Oh boy, alright, well Y is not going to be a part of this tower defense. He is already ripped apart by Duracho and Boom.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We'll use the fortification on the tier 2. And again, Ame just continuing to farm, trying to push things out across the map. There is a double damage rune available if he spots it out. But it doesn't look like he's going to get close enough to it. So, top tower, slowly but surely getting chomped down.
Yeah, that is gonna fall. I like how Gaimin Gladiators are not spreading out too much, even though they're in good control of the game. They do show Pudge bottom. Immediate reaction here. LGD spot a little bit of an opening. They TP'd away with Pudge. Maybe they could fight right now.
The charge, hook shot over onto one of the spiders, but the global silence comes through as immediately that onslaught jumping all over Xingqiu. He's going to be the first one to go down. Now they're going to try to close the distance. They grab one of the wrong creeps. They wanted to go for Ame, but they didn't manage to grab it as now Ace is just stuck from everyone else. Cannot do anything as Faith Beyond finding Boom gets this duel. Not going to be able to do enough damage to get the kill. But now here comes Duracho. He's joined into the fight. He grabs up, nothing to say, gets the dismemberment off. Song of the Siren coming in though. They're going to try to get out of this situation. Look at Boom. He's going to have the onslaught in a moment. Starts gearing up, the run in, they have nothing to say over onto the back line to get rid of Y. They shake the wrong Ame though, as now nothing to say. He's trying to get up enough damage. They do manage to go and just close this gap and kill off Celery. But now Faith Beyond, they don't have the dismember. They have the hook, will be able to drag back. And with an onslaught from Boom, oh, but the hook shot from Xingqiu, he grabs up two of them. He's going to get himself a double kill. It looks so close. He manages to kill off one. Duracho goes back and drags them in. And they will get themselves a little bit more int over on Tofu.
Int and strength, baby. They're scaling up. That was a nice attempt at LGD there. They recognized immediately that there was an opening. The moment the Pudge went bottom, they try and go. But they didn't really have the damage output to quickly enough go through. The BKB Broodmother with the Assault Cuirass, with the Wraith Pact, very hard to burst. Same with the BKB over on the Primal Beast. So they couldn't really like turn the game around on this, but it was a good recognition of an opening.
Alright, well, Duracho is completed a BKB. That'll be sent out soon. This Roach is back up, Gladiators. Would love to take this. We'll have the Primal Beast up just a moment. Continuously seeing these rockets being tossed out. Naga Illusion swimming on by.
Oh, someone who's very happy now is Tofu as well. He has the full, yeah, we see the replay there, a little bit more of how they were stomping around. Someone who's very happy right now, by the way, is Tofu. Smoke up coming out from Gaimin Gladiators. This Aghanim Scepter on Silencer.
Oh god.
AoE silence. Very useful.
All the
Look
spiders,
the
army, it approaches. They have the vision. There it is. There's that BKB, the drag back over onto Ame, plus the onslaught. Faith Bien, he just can't stay alive as they just grab their hands on this Naga and they murder her. Why? Not going to be able to get caught by the hook, but this is a dead Naga for a minute. They have buyback over on Faith Beyond if they want to try to bring him back out, but I think they just concede this Roche and prepare for the inevitable, where Gaimin Gladiators is going to be knocking on their doors.
Yeah, I mean, this is how they have to take Roche, because they don't have the best Roche hitters necessarily. They do kill it pretty fast, of course, but just kill the enemy first, and then you can calmly take Roche without having to worry about anything. So, really nice catch there on the back of the Brood scouting, of course. Ace is spreading out like, what was that, like 50 spiders running over, spreading over the entire map.
It's just terrifying to watch them all just slowly spread one by one to their respective areas.
Yeah, we could also see how the heart on Naga did not turn her into some unkillable monster or anything. She died very fast and her illusions disappeared even quicker. If both the trample comes in from the Primal Beast and the rot from the Aghanim's Pudge, it doesn't matter what tanky item you have on Naga. You might even have needed to go, I mean, I hate that build, but you might even have needed to go for a BKB in this game as a Naga, just because of the Pudge. It's so problematic to deal with.
Nothing to say with the Shivas. We'll push them out of the small zone here. We've got to come up with a good name for this area. It's not the triangle. We tried the biangle, which I kind of like. Seems to be lost on a couple people, though. What do you think? What's a good name for that area?
Not sure. We should have a petition for chat. What are we going to name this? I don't know.
That's a good call.
I just go with like the ancient area, you know, the ancients. But I'm not sure.
Do have the Agnum Scepter completed for Primal Beast, so when he uses that Uproar, we'll be seeing those projectiles. It also provides that little bit of break.
Both
Gladiators.
teams going together a lot right now. Pudge does have travels, of course, able to join on the
say.
spiders, possibly. Or spiders die.
Apian looking for the opening. Ace. Alright, Global Silence gets popped. The chase over onto Nothing to Say.
Naga
He'll
in
have to use
trouble.
his own. Naga over on the back lines that does end up getting dismembered as Boom picks him up, starts pulverizing, starts shaking around this Naga Siren. They need to put a little bit more damage out. And the Song of the Siren, perhaps it's going to be just enough to get them out as now they're forced to flee. Doesn't look like Xinqiu will be lucky, though. He is going to be the one who falls. There is no buyback on him. Down for 50 seconds.
There we saw the Presti attack able to actually save him, and we haven't seen it too much this game, but Legion Commander needs to take on more of a supportive role almost and just be there to protect his Naga when the Dismember comes out to try and stop it immediately, or the Pulverize, whichever ability. If you stop one of them, it's really huge, and Naga isn't... She's not completely squishy, but if they get full channel durations, she will die.
The Siren down for 30-something seconds. Duracho not going to be able to quite land the hook. Does turn his attention to Nothing to Say. You get a silence off. The Split Earth coming in. Faith Beyond getting over here, trying to finish off Duracho. They have the Lotus on him, though. And the Pulverize over on the back line, over onto Nothing to Say. They'll lose Faith Beyond, they'll lose Nothing to Say. And Ame, he is dead. The GG gets called. Gaimin Gladiators will split this series 1-1.
Yeah, they split the series. They also got a double dual win there at the end. Very satisfying against the Lotus Orb. Gets, you know, returned, but 2 dual wins over for Duracho to finish up the game. Very strong performance here in Game 2 by Gaimin Gladiators, but LGD still looked very good in Game 1. Then maybe they were too happy. Game 2, the draft, they were laughing so much, they were having so much fun, and then the moment you sit there when Naga Siren and you see Pudge get picked up, the smiles are just gone. Like your emotions completely